Here's how to remember the modes as a guitarist. First, you only need to memorize two things. First thing, you need to memorize the major scale in C, C major. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's do, re, mi. Next, you need to remember this pattern. You're just walking a fifth chord up the neck, F, G, A, and then you're ending on the B note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 modes. Now you know the position to play your modes from brightest, F, to darkest, B. So, when you want the brightest scale, you start at the F position, you play your major scale pattern, but you adjust it to eliminate sharps and flats so that you're only playing naturals, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's all you want to be playing. So that's an F Lydian, the brightest mode. Next, your next position is C. C major. Next is G. Remember, so G is, that's Mixolydian. Next, so the first three are majors because they have a major third. Now we're into the minors, the minor modes. So your next one is the D position. You adjust your major scale pattern until you have only naturals, no sharps or flats. So now you go. That's Dorian. That's your brightest or least dark minor mode. Next, you're in A position. So this is the natural minor. That's your minor. Next, you are into Phrygian in your E position. That's going to be the last one you're going to use very often. So you've got 3 majors, one a bit brighter than a major, one a bit less bright than a major. You've got 3 minors, one a bit less dark than a natural minor, one a bit more dark than a natural minor. Then there's one more. It's also minor, but it doesn't have a perfect fifth, and you're not going to use that often because a perfect fifth is good to have. Instead of a perfect fifth in this, you have the tritone, which used to be called devil's music in medieval times. So that is in your B position, remember? It's your last one. You adjust your major pattern until you only have naturals, and what you end up with is this. So you don't have a perfect fifth in there, you've got this sort of thing. That's your tritone. That's devil music. The church used to say that. So instead of an E5 here, you'd be back here. That's it. Now that you know how to arrive at, how to recall your patterns for each of your modes using your major scale pattern and moving it according to this pattern from brightest to darkest, now you know how to arrive at the mode you want. If you want to make a sad song that's not quite as sad as a natural minor, you would choose Dorian, one step up, one step brighter from natural minor. So it'd be, that's in D. What if you want to do that in, I don't know, what if you want to do that in B flat? You'd go. Now you know the notes for your song. Those are the notes you can use for your melody, for your chords. And remember, when you're constructing chords, you're making triads like a piano. That's your chord. All the rest on a guitar is a lot of extras that you don't need. You need the triad for a full chord, so an A major would be, A minor would be, you're just making the third a minor. Root, third, fifth. Root, third, fifth. And if you were in a different mode, you would do something like, that would be an A diminished, which is minor. This is what makes it minor. Major, minor, major, minor, major, minor. But you drop your fifth back, and you've got a diminished chord. Flatten that fifth. So that's how you do it. That's how you recall your modes as a guitarist. You don't need to remember the names. All you need to remember is brightest to darkest to recall the pattern. And you use the major pattern and adjust it. So let's say I want to remember how to do Dorian mode. I'll go major, major, major. Now I'm on my first minor mode, which is Dorian. If I do a D major, that's not it because I've got sharps in there. So I go, I gotta flatten that third to make it a minor, and I flatten that sixth, excuse me, but not the seventh for Dorian. So now you could write a song. Let's say you don't want it in D. Let's say you want it in B flat. Those are your notes for your slightly sad song, not quite as sad as a natural minor song. And you can build your chords off those notes. You can build your melody off those notes. Build your harmonies off those notes. You restrict yourself to those notes, and you'll have a slightly sad song. That's it. This video is too long for a YouTube short, but I'll make a really short one also.